Hello grade 8 students. Today I am going to do Year-End Evaluation 2019 grade 8 paper, and this is Department of Education Central Province. 2 hours for this paper. You already know 2 parts, part 1 and part 2. Answer all the questions on this paper itself for part 1, and then it says each question carries 2 marks. So you get 1 to 7. Then questions 8 to 14, 15 to 20. Then you get part 2. Answer 6 questions only. So any 6 out of 7. Each question worth 10 marks. So you get questions 1, 2, 3. Then the next page you get 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's do this paper now. Find the 125th term of the number pattern 2468. So what are 2468? Those are even numbers. So if we can find out the nth term, and we can easily find out what is 125th term. So n becomes 125. So what's the pattern there? Starting value is 2. What's the difference? We see each time adding 2. So the difference is 2. 4 minus 2, 6 minus 4, or 8 minus 6. Then what's the nth term? We can find out nth term. So this is difference is 2. So you get 2 and something. When you substitute n equals 1, what happens? 2 times 1. That's 2. N equals 2, 2 times 2, 4. That's the second term. 3 times 2, 6. So nth term is 2n. So what is 125th term? N is 125. 2 times 125 becomes 250. So you get 2 marks for this. Question number 2. Find the value of 3x plus 4 when x equals 2. So that's substitution. So substitute x equals 2. 3 times 2 plus 4. First multiplication according to Bodmer's brackets, then order, then multiplication division. So 3 times 2, 6. 6 plus 4, you get 10. You get 2 marks for that. Question number 3. Find the value of A in the figure. What are these given angles? When you extend, you get this angle. When you extend this, this is the angle. And here, this one. These are exterior angles. Sum of exterior angles in any polygon is 360. So you can write an equation 135 plus 130 plus A is 360. So what is A? A plus. Add these two, you get 5, 6, 2. 265 here. Take 265 to the other side and find A. So A equals 5 and 5, 10. 1 remaining, 7 and 9, 16. So 95 degrees. You get 2 marks for that. Question number 4. Lebanon is situated in +2 time zone and Sri Lanka is in +5.5 time zone. Find the time in Lebanon when the time in Sri Lanka is 17:30. So let's draw this. So we know 0 means Greenwich time. And +2, it's given, it's Lebanon. +5.5, That's Sri Lanka. If the time in Sri Lanka is 17:30, they are asking the time in Lebanon. So what is the difference here? 5.5 minus 2, that's 5.5 minus 2 becomes 3.5 hours. Difference is there. So here you have to subtract. This is plus 2 region, this is plus 5.5. Subtract 3.5 hours from 17:30. So how you write 3.5? You can write 3:30. Half hours means half into 60, 30 minutes. 3:30. When you subtract, you get 14 hours. So put a colon there. 14 hours is the time in Lebanon. So when you are writing in other form, that's 2 p.m. So you get 2 marks for that. Question number 5. Write 2 into 3 squared as product of powers and find the value. How can you write down this one? So this is product of powers. So you have to consider power 2 for both. 2 to the power 2 times 3 to the power 2. So first write down and then find the value. What is 2 to the power 2? 2 times 2. That's 4. What is 3 squared means? 3 times 3. 9. 9 times 4, 36. 2 marks. Question number 6. Find the highest common factor of 4x, 8xy and 24xy. So find out prime factors first. How you write 4? 2 times 2. And then x there because it's 4x. 8xy. How you write 8? 2 times 2 times 2. And then you get x and y. What is 24? 2, you get 12. Again another 2, you get 6. Another 2, you get 3. 2 times 2, 4. 4 times 2, 8. 8 times 3, 24. And then you get x and y. Now to find out the highest common factor, you take only the common factors. 2 is common. Another 2 is common. Then x is common. So those are the common terms. You can write 2 times 2, 4 and x. So 4x is the highest common factor. 2 marks. Question number 7. O is the center of the circle given below. Shade the minor segment. Minor segment. Segment is bounded by a chord and the arc. So we can shade this one. So we'll take the color and shade this one. So this part is the minor segment. Name the longest chord. What's the longest chord? That's the diameter. So which one is diameter? AB. AB is the longest chord. That's called AB diameter. So you get 1 mark each. Shading part 1, 1 mark for AB. Question number 8. Simplify. Plus 3 minus 5. Now here you need to know minus minus, multiplication. Same sign multiplication, you get positive answer. Either plus into plus or minus into minus, you get plus. If it's 1 minus and 1 plus, you get negative answer. So other way around is also negative. So we have to use same sign multiplication, you get plus. So you can rewrite this as plus 3 minus minus becomes plus 5. Same sign, addition. So you can write this is plus 5 or 1 plus is enough. Plus 3 and plus 5, addition, and put the sign. So plus 8. You don't need to write plus there, you can just write 8. 2 marks. Question number 9. If the statements given regarding the Platonic solids are correct, mark it as correct sign, and if incorrect, mark it as cross sign in the boxes provided. All the faces are identical. If it's Platonic solids, those are all regular shapes. So all faces are identical. That's true. So there are 5 Platonic solids are there. The number of faces and the number of edges are equal. That's wrong. If you take a cube, 6 faces are there, but how many edges? 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here when you draw this one, the cube. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 edges with 6 faces. So the faces and number of edges are not equal. That's wrong. The number of faces and number of edges meet at a vertex are equal. The number of faces and number of edges meet at a vertex are equal. Just take this one. Take this vertex point. How many edges? 1, 2, 3. How many faces connect? 1, 2, 3. That's true. So when you take one vertex point, the number of faces connect as same as number of edges connect to that vertex. So that's true. So you can put a tick. That's true. And you get 2 marks for that. Question number 10. The area of a square flower bed is 121 square meters. Find the length of a side. So here if it's a square shaped one, and we can say x is the length. X into x, x squared is 121. What is 121? That's a square term. 11 times 11, or you can write 11 square. Same squared sign. So you can equate the bases. So what's the length? Length should be 11 meters. Find the perimeter of the flower bed. Perimeter becomes 4x, x plus x plus x plus x. So 4x, substitute x as 11. 44 meters is the perimeter. Outer length of a square. 1 mark each. Question number 11. Write the order of rotational symmetry of each of the plane figures given below. Order of rotational symmetry. So that means when you rotate about 360, how many times you get the same shape? So this is a rectangle. So when you rotate 180 degrees, you get the same shape. Again 360. So twice you are getting the same figure. So order of rotational symmetry is 2. What about this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a hexagon. All sides and angles are equal. Regular hexagon. That means when you rotate 6 times, you get the same shape. So here, that means order is 6. Order of rotational symmetry is 6. So when you rotate here to here, that's 1. So actually, what's the degree? What's the angle you have to rotate? We have to rotate 60-degree angle. Each 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 60 times 6. When you rotate 6 times with 60-degree angles, you get the same shape. Order is 6. 1 each. Question number 12. Nimal spends 20% of the salary for his children's education. If he spends 17,500 for the above purpose, find his salary. 20% for education. That is 17,500 rupees. So salary means 100%. So you can find out 1%. 17,500 divided by 20. Then to get the full salary, you have to take 100%. Multiply by 100 there. 0, 2 times 5. 5 times 0, 0, 0. 5 times 5, 25. 2 remaining. 5 times 7, 35 plus 2, 37. 3 remaining. 5 times 1, 5 plus 3, 8. 87,500 rupees. You get 2 marks. Question number 13. The mass of sugar stored in a container is 5 tons and 400 kilograms. Find the total mass of sugar stored in 7 such containers. So that means multiplication. 1 is 5 tons and 400 kilograms. 7 such containers means you multiply by 7. So separately multiply. 7 times 0, 0. 7 times 4, 28. You can't keep this. So maximum you can keep 800 and 2,000 you can take as 2 tons here. Then 7 times 5, 35. 35 plus 2, 37. So what's the answer? 37 tons and 800 kilograms. You get 2 marks. Question number 14. Prime numbers less than 10 is the set A. List all the elements of the set A. What are the prime numbers? Starting from 2, 3, 5, 7. So less than 10. Only 4 prime numbers are there. Find NA. This means number of elements in set A. Count. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So this becomes 4. You get 1 each. Question number 15. Write the direction of P from O. So here, from here, this direction. So we can write from south. What is this angle? If this is 50, this whole thing is 90, this becomes 40 degrees. 90 minus 50. So we can write using that one. South, 40 degrees to east side. So that's how you write down the direction, either from south or north. So from south, 40 degrees to the east side. 2 marks. Question number 16. Solve. X over 2 is equal to 3. Now we need to get rid of this fraction. Denominator 2. Multiply both sides by 2. When you do something to one side, you have to do the same thing to the other side because this is an equation. Multiply by 2, you get x. 3 times 2, you get 6. 2 marks. Question number 17. When preparing a sweet, sugar and flour are mixed in the ratio 2 to 3 and flour and butter are mixed in the ratio 3 to 1. So this is the sweet, sugar, flour and butter. If 200 grams of sugar is used, find the mass of butter used to make the sweet. So here it says sugar to flour. What's the ratio? 2 to 3. Flour to butter. Ratio is 3 to 1. And we can find out the common ratio. So 3 is common and you can write this is the same thing. 2 here, this is 1. So what's the common ratio? 2 is to 3 is to 1. It says if 200 grams of sugar is used, this is 200 grams of sugar. Find the mass of butter. Butter is half of that. 2 becomes 1. 200 becomes 200 divided by 2, 100 grams. So butter is 100 grams. 2 marks there. Question number 18. The total surface area of the cuboid is 220 square centimeters. Find the height x. So how you find out the surface area? You get 3 types of rectangles. So what's the first thing you do? You write these numbers in a triangle and you can write in order. So either clockwise or anti-clockwise. So we'll do this way. And multiply by 2. So surface area so 5 and x. 5 and x means this surface. So you get 2. So 2 times each side double. 5 and x, 5x. Then 5 with 10. 5 times 10, 50. Then 10 with x. 10 with x means 10 and x. This side. So 10x. So what's the total surface area? 5 plus 10 is 15x plus 50. So that is equal to 220 given. And you're asked to find out the value of x. Divide both sides by 2. 110 is equal to 15x plus 50. Subtract 50 from both sides. So 15x becomes 110 minus 50. 60 equals 15x. Divide both sides by 15 to get x. X becomes 4. So when x equals 4, you get the height and the total surface area is 220. So this is in centimeters. X is 4 centimeters. 2 marks. Question number 19. Underline the answer which includes the polygons that can be used to create pure tessellation. So what is pure tessellation means? Only one plane figure is used. Equilateral triangle. Yes, that's a regular one. You can use for pure tessellation. Regular pentagon. Pentagon you can't use. That's 5-sided. So that's wrong. Regular hexagon, equilateral triangle and regular pentagon. So pentagon is there, so you can't take the second one as well. Third one, regular hexagon, square and equilateral triangle. Yes, we can use these 3 shapes. So the correct answer is that. This one you can't take fourth one because regular octagon you can't use for pure tessellation. So this one is the correct one. Square, equilateral triangle and regular hexagon. You get 2 marks for selecting the correct one. Last question in part 1. In a bag, there are 3 red balls, 2 blue balls and 5 yellow balls which are equal in size. Find the probability of a ball being taken out randomly is a blue one. So, how many blue ones are there? 2. Total 3 plus 2, 5. 5 and 5, 10. So, out of 10, 2 are blue. So, the probability is 2 over 10. Or you can simplify and write 1 over 5 divided by 2. Is a red or a yellow one. So, both can be true. Red. 3 reds are there. How many yellow ones? 5. And altogether 10. 8 over 10. Or you can simplify and write 4 over 5. So, or means either red or yellow you can take. So, you add it. 1 mark each. So, we did all 20 short questions and each question worth 2 marks. So, let's try part 2 now. So, this is part 2, first question. In this section, you have to do 6 questions. Each question worth 10 marks. So, any 6 questions you can do. So, let's take question number 1 in part 2. So, this is about statistics question. Let's do that. The following stem and leaf diagram shows the number of students from different schools who visited Dhammika Zoo on a certain day. How many schools visited the zoo on that day? So, we can calculate. Count how many are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So, altogether 21 schools visited the zoo. Find the range of the distribution. How you find out the range? Range means maximum value minus the minimum. Now, the key is given. 4, 7 means 47. So, this means 71, 73. So, what's the highest? 79. And what's the lowest? 45. So, subtract the 2 to get the range. You get 34. So, how many marks for these 2 steps? 1 mark for this and 3 marks for this one, 34. So, 2 marks. Here 1 for highest and lowest and 1 mark for finding the difference. So, 3 marks there. Let's take the next one. What is the mode? One which has the highest frequency, repeated number. So, look at carefully 48, 48, twice only. Here, these are all twice. But can you see 6 3 times there? So, 66 3 times. So, that's the mode. 66. Fourth part, write the number of schools which more than 50 students visited as a fraction of the total number of schools and write it in the simplest form. So, altogether we found 21 schools are there. How many schools got more than 50 students? So, 50, 50, 58 we can count from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 schools got more than 50 students. So, the fraction is 14 over 21. We can simplify. Divide by 7, 2 and 3, 2/3. How many marks? 1 mark for 66 and 2 marks for 2/3. Hence, show that the percentage of the school which more than 50 students visited is more than 65%. So, we found out what's the fraction? 2/3. So, as a percentage, 2/3 into 100%. 200 divided by 3. Do long division and find out. 3 times 6, 18. For 20, again 6. So this is repeating. 66.666. So recurring. So you can write up to this point. 1 decimal place. So that's definitely greater than 65%. So we need to show that's more than 65. So that's true. So how many marks for that one? You are getting 3 marks. So finding this percentage 1 mark and getting this value 1 mark and showing that this is greater than 65%, 1 mark. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 marks for each question. Let's do question number 2. So you get 2 sections, part A and part B. Simplify. Fraction multiplication. So what's the first step? You can convert to improper fraction. So 2/5 into 8 times 1, 8. 8 plus 7, 15 over 8. So 5 times 1, 5 times 3. 2 times 1, 2 times 4. Now we can multiply numerator separately. 1 times 3, 3. 1 times 4, 4. 3/4. Find how many pieces of rope of length 1.5 meters can be cut from a rope of length 9 meters. Both are in meters. So you can divide number of pieces. Nine divided by 1.5. It's easy to convert 1.5 as an improper fraction. 2 times 1, 2. 2 plus 1, 3. 3 over 2. So we can divide. 9 divided by 3 over 2. Division, what you do? You write down the first one as it is. This one multiplied by the reciprocal. 2 goes up and 3 goes down. This is like 1. 3 times 1, 3 times 3. So 3 times 2, 6. 6 over 1. That's 6. 6 pieces you can cut. So let's see how many marks. 2 marks for this one and 3 marks for this step. So 5 there. Then let's take the next one. Part B. The diagram shows a rectangular lawn ABCD. A turf is laid on the shaded area. So this part. So this area. Find the area of the lawn ABCD. So that's the full thing. So this is a rectangle area, length into width, 12 into 5.8. You get meter square. So multiply 5.8 into 12. First 10 and then 2. You multiply by 10 first and then 2. 2 times 8, 16. 1 remaining. 2 times 5, 10 plus 1, 11. And now add it and put 1 decimal point. 69.6. 69.6 square meters. Find the turfed area. So area of the triangle. So what's the area? Half. What is this length? Now equally divide. The total is 12. So this is 6 and this is 6. 6 and the perpendicular height is 5.8. So 2 times 3. So 3 times 5.8. So without the decimal, just multiply. 3 times 8, 24. 2 remaining. 3 times 5, 15 plus 2, 17. And put the decimal point, 17.4. And this is square meters. How many marks? 69.6 you get 1 mark. And 17.4 you get 2 marks. And the last part, how many times is the area of the rectangular lawn as the turfed area? So you divide the two areas. So what's the area? 69.6 and what's the other one? 17.4. 696 multiplied by 10. Multiply by 10, both numerator and the denominator. So when you multiply, you can see 4 times this, no? 174 multiplied by 4, 16, 29, 696. So this means 4 times bigger. So 4 times bigger. 2 marks. So we gave altogether 10 marks for that question. Let's take question number 3. So you get 2 parts again. Remove brackets of this one. So how you remove? You have to multiply all the inside terms by the outside number. 3 times 2a, 6a. 3 times 5, 15, you get b. So 6a plus 15b. Write 15pq minus 25pr as a product of 2 factors. Basically, they are asking to make brackets of factorization. So you have to find out the common ones. Highest common factor. 15 you can write 5 into 3. 25 you can write 5 into 5. So what's the common one? 5 is the common one. So we'll take 5 and from these two we can see P also common. And here Q extra, this is R extra. So you can take 5P out. When you take 5P, what's remaining? 3Q remaining. So we write inside 3Q and this is minus. This sign comes there. Then we took 5P out, 5R is remaining. So how many marks? 2 marks here and 5. Here we forgot to take P out. Here we took P out. 5P, 3Q minus 5R. 2 marks. Let's take the next one. Part B. There are X number of books that worth 35 rupees each and 5 books worth 30 rupees each in a parcel prepared as a gift. The value of 2 such parcels is 580 rupees. Build up an equation using the above information. X number of books and each one 35. So what's the total? 35x. So 35x. And 5 books worth 30. 30 into 5. That's the total amount. That's one parcel. But the value for 2 such parcels, so you multiply by 2, That's equal to 580. So that's the equation we get. Find the value of x by solving the equation. So we can first divide both sides by 2. So before that we can multiply 13 to 5, 150. Divide by 2 now. 35x plus 150 is equal to 2 times 2, 5, 9, 18. So that's 290. Now subtract 150, 0, 4, 1. So 35x is 140. Divide by 35. X becomes here 4. 4 times this. So x becomes 4. So how many marks? So building up the equation. You get 2 times 35x into this is, so 3 marks for that. And then solving and find x equals 4, 3 marks. So 3 and 3 is 6 and we gave 4 marks before. 6 plus 4, 10 marks for that question. Question number 4. These are about angles. In the diagram, the straight lines PQ and RT intersect at A. PAT angle is 130 and RAS angle is given 90 degrees. Name a pair of supplementary adjacent angles. Adjacent means next to each other and the sum, the total is 180. Supplementary means 180. So that becomes a straight line. So we can take this angle RAP. This angle and PAT angle. That's supplementary. Add up to 180. Or you can take these two or whatever the angle. Here we'll take these two, this and this. So you can write either TAQ angle and TAQ with QAR. So this and TAQ, not that one. So we took TAQ. I'll erase. So this angle and this angle I took TAQ and QAR. So you can take any two angles, but that should be 180. Supplementary means 180. Find the value of SAQ. SAQ angle. This angle. How can we find out that angle? Here, this is 130. What is this angle? 180 minus 130. You get 50 degrees. So this is 50 means this is 50. And can you see this is 90 degree given. This is also 90. 90 becomes 180. So what is SAQ? 90 minus 50 degrees. So that's 40 degrees. Giving reasons, name an angle equal to PAR. This angle. We found that. We took that angle is equal to TAQ. What's the reason? Opposite angles are equal. Opposite angles. Now see how many marks? You can write PAT, TAQ. So any, yeah, so 1 mark for that. And 2 marks for 40 degrees. And TAQ, 2 marks. So 5 marks for this part. Part B, find the values of x and y using the information given in the diagram. How can we find out? Can you see? This angle is same as this one. So this is an isosceles triangle. You can easily find out. X plus 70 is 180. Angle sum of a triangle. 2x plus 70 equals 180. Subtract 70. You get 110. Divide by 2. 55 degrees for x. Now we need to find out y value. How we find out y? Look at this one. This is 70 means what is this angle? That's 110. Because that's a straight line. 180 minus 70. Now the sum of angles in a quadrilateral, 4-sided figure. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's add up to 360. So you can write an equation. 60 plus 110 plus 90 plus y. That's equal to 360 degrees. 110 and 90, 200. That's plus 60, 260. So what's the y value? 360 minus 260 degrees. You get 100 degrees. So how many marks for that? So you are getting 2 marks for finding x and 3 marks for finding y value. So that's 5. So previous one, 5 marks and 5. Altogether, 10 marks for that question. Let's take question number 5. That's about volume. A tank in the shape of a cuboid of length 1.5 meters, breadth 1 meter and height 80 centimeters is completely filled with water. Find the volume of water in the tank. So first you have to check whether the units are the same. 2 in meters and 1 length in centimeters. So it's easy to convert everything to centimeters. So what's the volume? This is a cuboid. Length 1.5 meters. Convert to centimeters. Multiply by 100. 150 centimeters. Breadth 1 meter means 100 centimeters. And height is 80. So all these in centimeters. So you get the value in cubic centimeters. 1, 2, 3, 4. 8 times 5, 40. 4 remaining. 8 times 1, 8 plus 4, 12. You get 1,200,000 cubic centimeters is the volume. Find the capacity of the tank in liters. Capacity means when you fill the tank fully, that's called the volume of the cuboid. But you have to write in liters. What's the relationship? 1000 cubic centimeters is 1 liter. So you have to divide by 1000. So capacity is equal to 1,200,000. Divide by 1000. 1200 liters is the capacity of the tank. So how many marks for fifth one? 3 marks for finding the volume and 2 marks for finding the capacity. Part 3. When 1/4 of water in the tank was used, write the remaining volume of water in liters. So 1/4 is used. What's the remaining? 3/4. 1 minus 1/4. So 3/4 of the full capacity, 1200. 4 times 3, 12. So this is 300. 300 times 3, 900 liters is the remaining volume. Find the height of the water level in the tank now. Base area is 150 with 100 and only height changes. So let's draw the tank. This is a cuboidal shaped tank. So we'll take, now 3/5 is there. So we'll take height. But the base area is 150 centimeters with 100 centimeters. Now we can find out the height. So 900 liters is the remaining amount, is equal to 150 into, and this is in liters. So we have to convert to cubic centimeters again. So we'll multiply this one by 1000 because the other side is in cubic centimeters. 150 into 100 into H. So you are getting H in centimeters. So what's the H value? 900 into 1000 divide by 150 and 100. 2 zeros here, 1 0 with this one. 15 times 6. So 60 centimeters is the height of the water. So how many marks? 2 marks for this one and 3 marks for the height. So 5 here, and earlier we gave 5 marks, altogether 10 marks. Question number 6. So rough sketch is there, so you have to draw the scale diagram. Let's do that. A rough sketch of the land ABCD is shown in the diagram. Find the perimeter of the land ABCD. So outer length. So you can just add it. 12 plus 17 plus 9 plus 16. 9, 9, 18, 24, 3, 4, 5. 54 meters is the perimeter, outer length. A wire fence of 4 strands is to be constructed around the land. Find the length of the wire needed. So perimeter times 4. So length of the wire, because 4 strands are there. Length of wire becomes 54 times 4. 16, 4 times 5, 20 plus 1, 21. 216 meters. 1 mark for perimeter and 2 marks for the length. Part 3. Draw the scale diagram of ABCD, taking the scale 1 to 200 using the knowledge of construction of triangles. 1 to 200. So what it means, 1 centimeter is 200 centimeters. So when you divide by 100, you get 2 meters. Let's take the diagram. you get A, B, C, D. So first roughly draw this. A is above, A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. These are 90 degrees. And lengths. What are the lengths given? 12, 17, 9, 16. 12, 17, 9, 16. Again check. 12, 17, 9, 16. And middle one, 20. All these are in meters. So here you have to divide by 2 to get the centimeter value. So we'll take ADC triangle. 12 meters means divide by 2, you have to take 6 centimeters. 16 meters means divide by 2, 8 centimeters. 20 meters means divide by 2, 10 centimeters. So these are the lengths we have to take. Then for ABC triangle, 17 meters divide by 2, 8.5 centimeters. 9 means divide by 2, 4.5 centimeters. So let's draw this diagram. And from the diagram, you have to find out the actual shortest distance between B and D. So B and D length also you have to find. So first take the ruler and we can draw the CD line. And you can take the compass and the ruler. We need to measure lengths now. 16 means 8 centimeters. Keep on top of the line, mark the 2 points. 8 centimeter apart. D, C. Now we have to draw the triangle. It's not given 90 degrees, but we'll see whether it's 90 here. It's 12. So if Pythagoras theorem satisfies, that means 90-degree angle. 12 squared plus 16 squared. 144 and 16 times 6, 196. Sixteen times 16. 256, not 100. 96, so 256. We'll add it and see whether we get 20. Yeah, square root of 400, that's 20. So that's correct. So this is 90 degrees. So we'll take the diagram. So we can take the compass and when you draw it, automatically you get 90 degrees. Let's do that. So 12 means 6 centimeters. So we'll take here 6. We get 90 degrees. Then AC 20 means we have to take 10 centimeters. So from here, that's 10. Here you get 20 from here. So that means this one. So we get this point first. That's A. We took 6 centimeters and this is 10 centimeters. This is 8. Now we can mark the B point. So how many centimeters we have to take from A? 8.5. 8.5. So we'll keep it here and mark it. And then from C, 4.5. From C, that's this one. So that's point B. Now connect A with B, B with C. So here we took 8.5 centimeters and this is 4.5 centimeters. So that's the scale diagram, and now we have to measure BD length. You draw a line. BD length we can measure from here. So what's the BD length? 9.5. BD is 9.5 centimeters. So how you convert to meters? You have to multiply by 2. So actual BD length 9.5 multiplied by 2. 19 meters. So let's see how many marks for the whole thing. So for the scale, 1 mark. And drawing ABC triangle and ADC triangle, 2 each for the scale diagram. And this is 9.5 is the BD length multiplied by 2. You get 19 meters, that's 2 marks. So we give 5. So 5 for this one and 7. 7 and this 3, 10 marks. 10 marks for the whole question. Let's take question number 7. That's the last question. So you have to take a Cartesian plane and draw this. So plot the points 5, 5, 5, 1, minus 1, 1, minus 1, 5 on a Cartesian plane. So we have to first adjust the scale. So let's take minus 1 here, then 0. So we can take the y-axis here. So positive y values are there starting from 5. We can take 2 squares, 1 unit. 3, 2, 1. And the x-axis becomes this one. And here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we need -1 also. Now the scale is okay. Now we'll mark the points 5, 5. This point is A. 5 and 5. 5 and 1. This point is B. -1, 1. This point is C. -1, 5. That's D. On a Cartesian plane, join the points in order such that a closed plane figure is obtained. AD, AB, BC. So we did that. And draw the axis of symmetry of the above figure. So this is a rectangle. What's the axis of symmetry? So middle values. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 4 squares to this side. So this is the axis of symmetry. Take a broken line. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is one axis of symmetry. And we have to divide this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that means 6 squares to this side. So this is the other axis of symmetry. So 2 axes of symmetry. So how many marks for that part? So for the scale, 2 marks. A, B, C, D points, 4 marks. Connecting all the points, 1 mark. And axis of symmetry, 2 axes of symmetry, 2 marks. So you get 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now here we can give only 2 marks. We already gave 2 marks for the scale. So marking the points also 2 marks. 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's take the other part. Write the equations of the axis of symmetry. What is this line? Horizontal line passes through y equals 3. So the line we can write y equals 3. What's the other one? This is a vertical line. X value is 2. So how you write down that one? X equals 2 line. Those are the 2 axes of symmetry. Write down the coordinates of the point of intersection of the axis of symmetry. This point. X is 2, y equals 3. 2, 3. So you can write 2, 3. So let's give marks. X equals 2 and y equals 3, 2 marks. And 2, 3, 1 mark. So we gave 7 before, and these 3 altogether 10 marks. So this is the last question in this paper, and you have to do 6 questions. 6 times 10, 60, and for the part 1, 40 marks, altogether 100 marks. So make sure that you do the paper and then watch my video to check your answers.